and practice the one leg sequencing. Start up from chillaxin. Just let this be our go-to pose whenever we want to break. Whenever we have the leg loops down at the ankles, the poses are harder. When the leg loops are higher, like even all the way up into the groin, the poses are easier. Do you see why? So we move away from the center point. There's more kind of pull. Okay, so we're hanging out here, and we're going to go ahead and extend the left leg and push that leg loop down to the ankle. Okay, the other leg we're going to actually take out, and we're going to come down with the knee on the ground. Use the right arm as like a little marionette. You know, I call it a choo-choo train when I do the wrist wrap. And hold on. Yeah, really good. Drop your hips. Drop your hips, so good. Okay, so I call these the side lunges because we're just going to go ahead and sway in the space and explore the room, the rotation of the hip, and the lubrication of the joint. So the more we can drop into it, I can see you're holding yourself straight up and down, then just drop. Let the swing hold you. See how my foot is off towards center line instead of back behind me? Yeah, just drop. Okay? Yeah. Choo-choo? Can you do the choo-choo?
A little lower.
We'll see how my hands move to center. And when my palm is up, I can wrist wrap, and then I can really kind of hold. So that's going to come in handy for the next sequence. Okay, so what I'm going to do is it's not completely necessary, but I like to take my left hand and push it into the swing, and I'm going to pull my knee up into my chest, and then I'm going to lower down and just touch. Don't land it, just touch. Boop, back up. We're going to do some core strengthening from here. So you can feel how we're pushing strongly through the back of the left leg to lift. So we're lifting the hips really good and lower down. You're like, this is your favorite, right?
Restorative abs.
Yeah, so these are the easy ones. We're trying to get people to love it. Love it. Okay, now we're going to move into the harder ones. So we're going to pull the knee up. We're going to come into supermodel. Left hand, whenever we support the head, one hand, I call it supermodel. Left hand supporting the head. We're going to pull the knee towards the elbow, and then we're going to extend the knee down towards to the floor, but keep leaning back. Go ahead and exhale, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Go ahead and expand on the inhalation. Go ahead and exhale. Inhale. Next, exhale. We're going to hold the knee up. These are the hard ones. Extend the foot towards the ceiling. Fingertips touch the toes. And then go ahead and inhale to plank. Exhale, toe touch. Inhale, plank. Exhale, toe touch. You guys are like Legos. Inhale. Exhale. So those are the plank toe touches. Once you get up to the top, you're going to hook. So keep leaning back a little bit more. There you go. Let the swing slide down a little bit more. There you go. Lean on back. So this is the hook, right? We did the hook from our chillaxin pose. And we can do it again from here, which is this nice stretch through the side body. Okay. If you pull the foot down, it's like a pigeon. It's another version of pigeon. Really strong. Yeah. Go ahead and lift that foot up towards the sky. We're going to twist. So between the leg loop and the swing, there's a space to do a recline twist. Nice. Since we need between the swing and the leg loop, you're on the inside of the swing. So go over on the other side. Yes, and then grab for the foot. You got it. There it is. Awesome. Okay. When we come back up, we're going to go ahead and place that foot into the right leg loop and switch sides. Other foot down. Rest. Ooh, all of a sudden the side lunges are resting poses. Okay, I have my choo-choo. Very good. Nice control on the way down. Keep the knee bent. Explore and just let the foot sway in the space. Okay, so side lunge, core strengthening, twists, hook. Good hand goes inside, palm up, and then just grab. Yeah, there we go. There's always a trick. Otherwise, you're like chasing it around, which I've done. Like, get back here. Okay. Now, from our side lunge, we can do all kinds of things. We can also do these from the foot on the floor. So some people don't like kneeling. So always walk your foot to the front of the mat, hun. So you want to make sure front. Good. All right, so we can do all the same positions from here too. So from the knee, we have to push down strongly through the back of the right leg to lift the knee up. I like my hand on the swing for a little extra support. Knee touches down, just a slight gentle touch, and then back up again. So some core strengthening from the one-legged lounge poses. Good, guys. So we would normally do 10 of each. And then we're going to go ahead and lean back. Let the right arm support the head into supermodel. Knee to elbow, and then expand on the inhalation. Exhale, squeeze. Expand. So my choo-choo comes in really handy here. Keep leaning back into it a little bit more, Sam. So lean back into it. So it's like a plank. So keep your hips lifted. Push your hips up. Yeah, like that. And then touch. And come on out. So it's like we're leaning back a lot the whole time. And then we crunch. Come back. Good. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and do the plank toe touches. So extend the arm, extend the leg towards the sky. Go ahead and expand for plank. And then touch. Inhale, expand. Exhale, toe touch. And these are the hardest of the bunch, as you guys can tell. Keep leaning back a little bit more.
Yeah.
Leaning backward, there you go.
Staying in plank.
Stay in plank. That's the hard part. And then go ahead and hug. So we'll do the twist afterwards. So go ahead and hug. Get the leg stretch. Drop the hips, open up. There is the option of turning it into a pigeon pose by pulling that knee down, which is a little bit more intense, right? And from there, we're going to, between the swing and the leg loop, we're going to twist. Hold on to the outer edge of the foot, shin, back of the knee, wherever you can reach. Keep pushing your hips up towards the sky. So it's like a reclined twist. Very good. We're going to come back and do the bonus, which is hammock. So I like to thread my one foot over the top. If you just stack the ankles, it's kind of a little bony. So you just thread the foot through. Yeah, good. Go ahead and get the swing a little further down your back, love. Yeah, get it back there. There you go. Lean back. Now we have an extra leg loop here. So for hammock pose, what we do is we put it on like a t-shirt. So put it behind your head, underneath both arms. Unleash your hair, and then you can come in, there you go, very good. And then we can come into chillaxing arms. Yes, push the hips up and lean back, and you have a little bit of supported back bend. Isn't that nice? Oh, hammock. So this is definitely a favorite amongst the poses. People like this one. You can drop the hips and undulate and let the body hang and stretch out and press back up again. A few different variations. You can also do your twists from here so that left leg can reach towards the sky and then twist and grab with the extra leg loop underneath you. So everything we just did, the hook, we can do from hammock pose if you want to try it. Yeah, grab for the foot if you want. Just try doing what we just did from there, and then we can also do the plank toe touches from here as well. So this would be kind of a little bit easier, right, with the extra support. Awesome. Okay guys, so that hammock is definitely a favorite. I'm going to thread my feet back around for one more pose, which is a neck stretch. So if you are spring-loaded, to be very gentle, but get the leg loop behind the neck. Spread it out a little bit so it supports the occipital ridge. And then either keep your chillaxin arms, or you can have your arms just dangle towards the sides, but you can stretch the cervical spine. Make sure your chin stays tucked into the chest. Should feel really good. Nice. Very nice, guys. Okay, hold on to the leg loop with both hands. Come back through center. Let's go ahead and put the leg loop back on the left foot. Come back to the floating Buddha. Leg loops on the ankles. Okay, so from floating Buddha, let's go ahead and just transition to hammock on the second side. Bend the right knee, hold on to the leg loop. Thread the right foot on top of the left. So get the feet first. You could just slide one on top of the other, but it actually feels a little bit better to thread, making that X. Push your hips up towards the sky, lean back. Go ahead and get the leg loop behind the head and underneath both arms. And then use chillaxin arms, or go ahead and expand your arms to the sides. Hammock. With the left leg extended. You like this one, huh? You're like, yay! I can do this. So yeah, you can come into a big back bend. You can just stay in chillaxin. You can do a lot of different variations from here. If you feel like trying the leg variations, you can try the hook. You can try the twist. And just spend another 30 seconds exploring in some of the poses we just did. See if you can remember how to do them. Pick your favorite one. Really nice, guys. Okay, go ahead and return that foot when you're ready. Get the leg loop out from underneath the arms, but keep it around the neck. Expand it slightly, and either support the head with chillaxin arms, or if you feel comfortable, chin stays tucked into the chest, very important. Get the leg loop a little bit higher above the occipital ridge and not on the actual neck, honey. There you go. All right. If you drop your hips, it feels different than if you push your hips up, so just play in the space a little bit. See what feels good on your body. I feel like I'm yelling because I'm covering my ears. You guys all look awesome. Chin tucked into the chest, really important. Protect the cervical spine. All right, to release, we reach up, we grab for the leg loop in our hand. We're going to go ahead and just bring the foot to the ground because we're going to come out, I believe. What are we going to do now? So exciting. At the sumo squat. Now to come on out, what I like to do is I like to press back, walk on back, and hold on to the swing to come up. So it's like a pendulum the whole time. I mean, while you're sitting, you can just pop right up too. But if you want to really keep tension on the swing, the same when you're coming in, hold on to the swing, you walk in and walk out. So I usually like to teach people that sequencing. So it's a little bit more graceful to learn the momentum pendulum. So let's go ahead and take a moment to do some standing poses. So we'll do standing, and then floor, and then shavasana in the swing. That'll be just about right for today. So we're going to look at the restorative page, so just make sure that's in front of you so you're able to see the names, cue the names with the sequence, and keep it all together. Okay, so we're going to start out standing behind the swing. Swing's in front of us. And I'm going to show you how to kick up so you can have one leg straight. I typically use the hand holds, but it is possible to use the leg loops as well. So leg loops is a little bit easier than hand holds. So let's learn the beginner version, and then we can try the more advanced one. So what we want to do is flip the swing forward to get the foot up. Let's all start with our right foot forward. So we stand at the back of the mat. Stand at the back of the mat. And you kick the swing forward, and then time it to get the foot up there. Seems really far away, but if you, as you swing forward, yes, you get the foot up, and like magic, catch. Now let's go ahead and bring that foot down. See if you can do that with ease and grace. We're all going to do the right foot at the same time. Try the hand holds. When you do the hand holds, it's just that I know. So you're like, I'm stuck. I just got up here. Very nice. Yeah, always stay holding on with at least one hand. So when we do the hand holds, it's just a little bit harder. You can hold on to high. Okay, so that's why the leg loops are there. So we're all kicking the right foot forward. So when we hold on, let's all actually just do the top of the leg loops. So when we hold on to the top of the leg loops, we're going to press forward and back. Whenever we have the hips moving in opposite directions from one another, I call it making a wish. So you want to make a wish, but not too big of a wish. Get your foot in there. There you go.
Whenever what? You call it making a wish?
Like you make a wish. Get a wish bone.
What was the first part of it? Whenever the hips pull apart? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Whenever the hips are moving away from one another. So you pull them apart and make a wish. So it's really important to hold on, bend the elbows, and use your biceps to support how much weight is coming forward. Yeah. And then when we lean back away from one another, we're going to straighten the arms and round in and stretch the long muscles of the back. It feels really good. And then when we inhale, we pull ourselves forward and we press forward and we arch and bring our chest over the front leg. We're up on the balls of our foot. So just lean forward enough so you're on your tippy toes. There you go. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, lean back. Round in, straighten the arms, bow towards your right leg. Okay, inhale, come on back up to center. Really good. So that's one way to stretch standing poses into the hamstrings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to transition our hands to the swing. Just gracefully transition to the swing. Now we're going to press the hands forward, which is going to pull on the heel, flex the toes back, and you get a big stretch there, right? And then we're going to inhale and pull, and you're going to pull so much you might be able to wrap your forearms around and dive in. Right? So it's like this in yoga. If you want to try balancing, you can cross your hands and pull on your foot. Try to balance there. Beautiful, guys. Okie dokie. So hold on to the swing. Go ahead and bend the knee. You're going to press forward into a forward lunge. Now let's go up onto the ball of the foot. Yep, toes are pointing forward. Very good. So forward lunge into a side lunge. We're going to turn our left heel down. Toes point to the left. Turn your left heel down. Please. Turn your heel down. Yes. Bring your right arm onto your right leg. On the inside, honey. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and the left arm to the sky. You're just going to be honey by the end of the week. I keep pronouncing your name wrong. So when you bring your left arm to the sky, you can kind of lean back into the opposite side of the swing. Yeah, there you go. Lean back into it. Now that hand can grab above your head. So not above the left side, but the right side. Yes. Nice. So you don't have to hold on. You can actually bring your fingertips towards me and come into the side angle pose. Yeah. Perfect. Straight top arm if you can. Straighten the top arm. And then forward towards the front door. Yes. Open up your chest towards the sky. Yes. There you go. Press your elbow into your knee so you can lift. Beautiful, guys. Okay. Reach reach your hand back up towards the sky. I like holding up to the swing above your head. And then straighten your front leg and grab for the toes. That is the harder version. For any of those people that like to do the sundial version, go ahead and grab the foot with both hands and open it up. That obviously is not a beginner pose. But know that it is there. Beautiful, guys. Hold on to the swing with both hands. Come onto the ball of the foot. Turn your toes forward. There you go. Walk your foot to the back of the mat. Wiggle it back. You can jump, float, and fly. Okay, great. Come back to stand. Let's go ahead and press that forward again. We're going to turn the knee out to the side for a floating pigeon. Okay? So I like to just roll the ankle around. Really good, guys. So the more that you can get your knee level with the earth, that is the stretch. Now, I like to use the hand holds for this one. Okay, you can also hold on to the swing, but the hand holds would be a little bit better because we're going to try and float. Okay. So wrist wrap if you can. Yeah, just hold on to the leg loops. That's good. See if you can bend a standing leg and just float. Good. This is called I Dream of Jeannie. Just bend the standing leg. Good. Yay. Now if you want to relax, you can hook left foot over the right and just hang out. Just the foot, not the whole leg. Bend the knee out to the side. Yeah, the foot. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Okay, great. And then what you can do is just straighten the left leg and then the right leg and then just play in the space. You can do what you just did, which is crossover too. It's kind of fun. Your hands might be getting a little tired, but that's just a little bit of playtime from pigeon. On Sunday, we'll be learning how to do flips from there. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to hold on to the right side of the swing. I start to turn my toes out to the left. I open up my arm to the left and I gaze towards my left fingertips. Right? Just coming into a twist here. And then my left hand reaches for the swing. I turn my toes to the front of the room. I actually like to, so we're going to come into a revolver, but I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to wrap it in front and hook both sides of the swing. And then I can twist, so left hand in front. Yes. Yeah, you got it. And then you can have a little bit more stability to twist. Now your right hand looks towards the back of the room and your gaze goes with you. And just let that feel good. See if you can bring up the spine while standing. And then again, that both hands come forward. We might as well just do the elbow hook again and slide down. Standing forward fold. Okay, slide your hands back up. So this one's a little bit tricky. Let's see if we can do it. So right hand, okay, grabs for the left hand hold. Other side, okay. You can hold on to the leg loop too. Okay, so I release my left hand. Teaching it backwards is a whole other thing. Okay, so I turn my toes to the back of the room and I bend my right knee and I come into Nataraja. Beautiful, guys. Okay, now that you're facing away, you're just going to have to trust my words. Now hold on to both hand holds or the leg loops. Both leg loops. Hold on to both leg loops or both hand holds. Good. And now you're just going to bend the standing leg. So bend the left knee and just hang. So keep your back foot flexed. Okay, so right foot stays flexed so you don't go spring loading out. Good. So this is a version of Nataraja. This is the easy version. And then you're going to come back up to stand, straighten the left leg. I want you to hold on to the swing with both hands. Okay? So thumbs are pointing down. You're going to pull the swing towards the sky and your leg goes up in the air and then you come into a fuller expression of Nataraja. Overhead. Overhead. Nice, guys. And then once you feel complete, you go ahead and start to slide your hands up the swing. Everybody transition to the holding on to the tops of the leg loops. Really good. Hold on to the tops of the leg loops. Okay? So your hands are going to slide down through the center of the leg loops. Once you get to the bottom of the leg loops, extend the arms, extend the legs, and come into a version of Warrior 3. Tricky. And then if you want to balance, bring your arms out to the sides like wings. And then I want you to place the leg loops on your shoulders and then just extend your arms out to the sides for version of Warrior 3. Good times.
Nice.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to learn a flip from here on Sunday, but we're just going to hold on to the leg loops again. Go ahead and grab them, straighten your arms. So when you come to stand, hold on to the leg loops and come to stand. So to come out, all we do is point our right toes towards the sky, and the swing will release. Just point your right toes towards the sky. Et voila. So let's do the other side. Let's do second side. Fun stuff, huh? You can see how you can make it restorative or you can make it more challenging. But we're doing somewhat of a restorative version. Put that behind me. So choose what you want to hold on to. Let's go ahead and try it with the leg loops. So when I kick the swing forward, I'm going to get my left leg up. And if it somehow catches the foot or spreads out, you can just bunch it up again. Now there's more play and more need for balance when we use the leg loops. When we use the hand holds, it's a little bit more stable, although it's harder on the hands. So there's all these different options and trade-offs and stuff. Good. So we're going to make a wish. I pray my legs stay together. So go ahead and pulse forward onto your tippy toes and lean forward. And then as you come back, go ahead and straighten the arms and round in. Both legs are straight if you can. Let that feel good. And then inhale, go ahead and bicep curl, pull forward. Lean forward. Very good. Lift the chest and arch and open there. One more time. Exhale back, straighten the arms, round in. Stretch. Okay, inhale, go ahead and pull forward. So we find the center. We're going to switch to holding on to the swing. And now the first one I like to do is I keep my foot flexed, but I'm pushing the swing away, which actually tractions the back of the heel. Can you feel that different stretch? It's amazing. It really gets into the whole nerve down the line. And then I can pull towards me. And as I pull towards me, I can do the elbow hook. Or grab the foot. Okay, you can try balancing. So pulling the foot up, finding your balance. Really good. Nice. All right. So then we're going to hold on to the swing. Let's do pigeon first. Turn the foot out to the side. You can do these in any order. You can probably just make it up. So I like opening up the hip first before I do anything else. So pigeon is usually my go-to in any of the poses. So you can hold on to the tops of the leg loops or you can hold on to the hand holds. I'm going to use the hand holds. I like floating, so I straighten my arms, I bend my standing leg, and then I can just practice picking the foot up. Maybe it's just for a minute. Maybe I just pick the foot up and put it back down. But you want to get the whole stretch through the shoulders and whatnot. And then if you feel comfortable, you can either just keep your core engaged by the knee stays lifted, or you can do the lazy I dream a genie and just hook one foot over the other. So I'm hooking over the foot instead of the leg for this one. Okay. So there's lots of different ways to play. And then from there, I like to extend the left leg, extend the right leg, kind of explore in the space. Maybe kick the leg up over the other. Yeah, lots of different kicks and ways of playing there. And then I come to stand. Give the hands a break. If you've been holding on to the hand holds, now you can see why we use the leg loops. It's a little challenging. I'm going to hold on to the swing. When I bend the knee, I can push my weight forward into a forward lunge. So the right foot is towards the back of the mat. Just so that way you can come onto your tippy toes. That was a little forward. There you go. Okie dokie. Now from here, I go ahead and bring my left arm towards the sky and then bring the elbow to the knee. Roll my heel down. So my right heel rolls down, my right arm reaches towards the sky. I'm leaning back into the swing to open the heart. And then I can actually hold on, or I can just go ahead and bring my arm up overhead. So I'm coming into the side diagonal. Yeah. So fingertips towards me. Yeah, like that. Beautiful, guys. Now, this might be as far, so push into your outer heel, Lene. Push into your outer heel. Don't move your foot. Push into your outer heel. The other way. You're pushing into your arch. Push into your outer heel. Push your leg that way.
Sure, this one. Sure with your foot.
I did. Your outer heel. Push it down towards the earth. Down towards the earth. The other way. Don't move your foot, honey. So you're collapsing and that'll hurt your knee. Yes. You have to push into your shin and your outer heel to protect the knee. Yeah, you don't want to collapse like that. I'll only stop to give you specific instruction if it looks in any way like inhibiting for the happiness of your body. Otherwise, I'll pretty much just let you kind of play and find the alignment. Yes. So if you're collapsed into the arch of the foot, then it actually strains the knee joint. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and straighten the front leg and grab for the toes. So left hand grabs for left toes. So that's number one. Number two is go ahead and reach your arm overhead and you can grab for the foot with both hands and then open up into revolver. It's a little bit deeper of a twist. You're spring loaded, so hold on to the swing with both hands, unfurl slowly. Yeah. Chest forward. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and stretch that swing down to the heel. We stay holding on, find our balance right after all of that goodness. I'm going to keep holding on with the left. I open up my toes to the right, and then my right arm goes back behind me, and my gaze follows my fingertips. Okay, so flex the left toes back, and if you want to balance, only if you feel confident in the standing poses, left fingers grab left toes and pull up. So this is how you can practice some of these standing poses without falling over 100 times. Right? If you're used to doing them in yoga, then you can also go a little bit further each time since the swing has got you. Beautiful, guys. Go ahead and turn the toes towards the front of the room here. Hold on to the swing with both hands. I like wrapping my arm around. So it's in front and then I hook. So when I do that, I have a little bit more stability to kind of come straight up and down and then let my gaze go over my left fingertips behind me. Really good. Nice. You guys are all doing something different in the back, so I was testing you. There you go.
I did your way, then I had to do Ben's way.
Yeah, I'm practicing these kind of.
Nice. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. Cool. All right, so we lean forward. We can come into one more forward fold if we wanted. From there, grab for the foot. Find the balance, pulling up, if you're comfortable with it. Okay, good. You slide up the swing. So it's a little tricky to come into Nataraja. Why don't you watch me for the first one, because then you guys are going to be reversed and can't see. I have my left hand grab for the right hand hold to stabilize. I turn the knee over, and now I'm facing the back of the room, so the toes turn with me. So this is what, so we hold on to both, we'll do it together again. Watch, I hold on to both hand holds. I drop and I stretch. Right, this is Nataraja. Number one feels really good. I stand up. My thumbs are pointing down. I slide down as far as I can on the swing, and then I pull the swing over my head and the foot up towards the sky. So that's the full position. From there, I come to stand. I transition back to my leg loops. I find the center, and then I can extend arms and legs. Place them on my shoulders, warrior three, and then come on back up. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to meet you here. Just kick it forward. Okay, left hand grabs her right hand hold. Or top of the leg loop. Great. Now I bend my knee, I turn it in towards center, and then my toes are going to face the back of the room. Yep, so we turn around. Make sure you keep the knee bent. Bend the knee. It's very important. Okay, so either hold on to the tops of the leg loops or go ahead and grab for the handholds. And bend the standing leg. Bend the right knee a lot and drop. This is a great quad stretch as well as a shoulder stretch. You guys feel it? Beautiful. All righty. Come back up to stand. So we straighten the right leg. Transition to holding onto the swing with the thumbs pointed down. So I kind of squeeze the swing together in between my hands, and then I pull my foot up towards the sky. Bend my elbows, and come into Nataraja, whatever version. You can keep wiggling down to pull the foot up further if you're ready for my chest is moving down towards the earth. It's a big stretch. Come on back up to stand. There you go. Really nice, guys. Transition to the leg loops. Hold on to the tops. Spread the leg loops out so you can slide your hands down through the center. Okay. Then I straighten my arms overhead. I straighten my back leg. Come into a version of Warrior 3. And then try balancing, bringing the arms out to the sides. See the arms. I know, it's a big one. Then you can place the leg loops on the shoulders into the arms, and you're like, oh, that's nice. Right? There we go. Really nice, guys. Beautiful. Now from here, all we have to do is hold on to the leg loops, put the leg loops back on our hands. So we bend that left knee. And so once we get stable, we're standing straight up and down, we're going to go ahead and point the left toes towards the sky and swing will release. That's how we come on out. Yeah. Smooth transitions, right? How did that feel? Very 11. It's getting a little sleepy. Everyone's like, ah.
Yeah, these stand those babies.
Well, let's go over the next sequence, just 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 more minutes, and then we'll get into our Shavasana. You guys with me? Okay. I'm like making deals with you guys. Let me cut your deal. Negotiating the training. How about we only do 2 instead of 3? Okay. So we're getting creative, right? So we're going to skip the swing. We're going to use just our leg loops in our hands. I'm going to slide on down. And there's a few different ways that we can transition to the ground. So I'm just going to show you what I was going to do. We're going to do it on Sunday when we revisit this stuff. But I'm going to face forward. Let's see if I can just do it quickly from here. Let's see. These 2. Okay, so we're here. And then I'm here. Right? And then if we wanted to come down to the ground, I would actually just kick up and over and come on down. That's the fun way to transition to the earth. But we're going to pretend like we did that for Sunday, and we're just going to start out here. But that's like how we do a little bit of a flip to come on down. It's my favorite. Okay, so go ahead and just bend the elbows and drop the knees and come into a child's pose. Okay. So our child's pose is a little bit different. This isn't your grandma's child's pose. We have our hands holding on to the leg loops and extended towards the sky, which should ultimately feel really good. Again, we're doing a lot of shoulder stretching and opening today to recalibrate the posture. We're going to inhale and lift our chest. Exhale, swim. Keep your hips sinking back, hun. Swim your arms up overhead. So we lift our chest so we have room to swim overhead, and you'll feel if there's any stickiness in the shoulders, we start to swim that out. Okay, so inhale, lift the chest again. Exhale, dive in. We do that 3 to 5 times. Just to enjoy the groundedness. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, swim overhead. Next time we swim overhead, we do a bicep curl and come on up into a camel pose. Okay? Once we're in camel, I like to switch to a wrist wrap. It just gives me a little bit more stability. And we're going to negotiate to navigate the swing behind us. We just get our head behind there. Start to lean back. Keep your hips pressing forward towards me. And then after you feel like you've had enough, come back up to stand. Okay? So inhaling here. Exhaling, come on back. Supported camel. Inhaling up. I know, it's a little bit of a bob there. All right, this time when we exhale back, we're going to straighten our arms and let our head come towards the floor into a version of Supta Virasana. Now come into Supta as long as your knees and your lower back feel good. If for any reason it doesn't feel good, come up and do a camel again. So from Supta Virasana, we do another bicep curl. We come on up. Let's go ahead and expand the arms. Transition back to the hands. Dive in for child's pose. Nice and slow. Start to wind it down. Bring the energy down. Now inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, swim up. Okay? Now this is the beginner version. We'll learn the flip on Sunday, but we're just going to sink our hips to the side and come forward into a wide straddle. Yeah, so that's how we can come out of it. So we can come into it and out of it by swimming to the side, right? Yeah. And then, of course, we can have lots of playtime from there, but we're going to keep it chill. Okay, so wide straddle. Now, with the arms over, do you know how difficult wide straddle forward folds are for like 90% of the population? Mostly male, but lots of people. So now they get to lift their chest, right, and learn how to scooch their hips back. So most men bend at the waist. I want you to bend from your hip flexors. So get your tailbone under and press it towards the back of the bone. Your pubic bone, pardon me. Well, both of them. Third touch. But see if you can get that lift. And so let your arms be extended. Yeah, but get that lift. Really good. So then I just like to do the semicircular sway from side to side and just practice that version of the forward folds for people, which is a nice way to get the lift in the chest. So not head first, but heart first. Yes, thank you, Ben. Good adjustment. Really nice. So this is all we have to do, right? In our beginner wide straddle forward full sequence. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back up, do a bicep curl. See if you can squeeze the legs together. You know, a little bit of work there. Okay? Go ahead and from your bicep curl, lower down, get the crown of the head on the ground. You can straighten the arms and come into fish. Fish pose. Nice deep breath there. Inhale, go ahead and bicep curl back up. I'm going to scooch my hips forward just a little bit and bicycle it up. Go ahead and try bicycling. Maybe you play with bicycling out to the side and coming back around. But just have like a little bit of playtime. Maybe a twist happens here. Just see if you can have a little bit of playtime. This will be our last pose before we wrap it up for today. Have some fun with it. Your hands are going to get a little tired, but that's just part of the deal. Maybe you try boat pose. Oh, boat is so hard. Makes boat way better, right? Way better boating experience. And let's just go ahead and come into a forward fold and release. Release and lower down. Really nice, guys. Go ahead and rock a little bit from side to side to get your sit bones back behind you. Now, some people, some very strange, odd, rare birds don't like to do Shavasana in the swing. If that's one of those cases, some people think it's too much movement or whatever. This is where they would lie back and go into Shavasana. Okay? For us, I like to use, again, the pendulum. We can just pop up, or roll onto our back or whatever. But if you hold on to the leg loops, you can start to walk back and come up through a bicep curl as well. And when I'm teaching more of the suspension training stuff, then we learn how to do these ones where we lower down and then pull ourselves back up and get that strength in the upper body to lift ourselves. So that's something that we practice down the line when we're doing our dynamic strengthening. Okay. Who wants to relax?
Yay.
Just ready for Shavasana. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the camera off since